Hello, everybody. How many of you guys are excited for the upcoming holiday season? I'm personally really excited for all the Christmas spirit music, all the Christmas decorations, but most importantly, I'm excited for the Christmas presents, and I bet you are too. And I also bet you're considering gifting a furry pal or like a dog to somebody this year. But in this speech, I'm actually going to explain to you why you shouldn't and you should think twice before gifting a dog as a Christmas present. Hello, everybody. In this speech, I will be discussing why a dog is not a Christmas present and one should think twice before gifting a dog as a Christmas present because it can have detrimental effects to the dog and to the person who owned that dog as well. So, the Oxford Dictionary defines a dog as an animal with four legs and a tail, often kept as a pet or trained for work, for example, hunting or guarding. We all know what the definition of a dog is. We all know what the definition of a present is which is something given. So why do I define these things? They're not the same thing. A dog, as shown in the image right here given from PETA, it requires a 10 to 20-year financial and emotional commitment. Many people, when they're giving a Christmas present, they think in the moment. They think, what is going to make this person smile? And while in the moment a dog might make this person smile on Christmas morning, there's a huge financial commitment that comes with it. What kind of financial commitments am I talking about? So the list here given by the American Kennel Club actually discusses what those are. So for a small dog, it's around $15,000 to ranges to about $14,000 for a large dog because they live less. And where does the money for that go? Their health, their grooming, their food, their toys, their treats, their licensing. All these things need to be considered before you give a Christmas present to somebody. Many people think of a Christmas gift as like a perfume or a sweater, or I would like another pair of shoes, but a dog is a huge responsibility. My experience as a dog owner. This is Jenny. As you all know, she had huge surgery on her knee this year, but this is a list of all of her expenses. So her surgery was $1,500, and we still pay monthly fees for her medications, her checkup appointments. She's also overweight. She has a sinus infection that we got last week, and this is all we've had to pay for her. Negro. He's my Chihuahua Dachshund mix. And to neuter him when we first got him was $30, which seems it was really cheap because usually it can go up to $100. But they were giving a free like low cost spay neuter that day. But the year after that he got an emergency room visit. Who would have thought an emergency room visit would cost so much for a dog? And then he also got an anal sac infection, which also was another procedure which required a lot of money too. My other Chihuahua, Sandy, her pregnancy actually cost us almost $1,000 afterwards because of the puppies. They had their own doctor appointments we had to give them, but I didn't mention it here. But here I did mention all the costs that go into being pregnant, the birth, and after the birth. The birth actually would have been $1,000 because they wanted her to have a C-section, but we couldn't afford it. So we took our chances and did a home birth. So what happens when somebody can't care for their furry pal? 3.3 million dogs enter the animal shelter every year, and about 1.6 million dogs are adopted out each year. And there are still 670,000 dogs euthanized every year. Many dogs are surrendered and brought back to the animal shelter they were originally in, or they're let go and left to fend for themselves, which is cruel and inhumane because they're dogs. They don't know how to take care of themselves. In summary, so I've gone over the reasons why a dog is very costly and one should think twice before gifting a dog as a Christmas present because they require a lot of care, a lot of attention, and a lot of money as well. So furthermore, how can we fix this problem? There are other things you can give somebody for Christmas. You can give them a stuffed dog, like on the right, I've explained this visual, which one is a Christmas present and one is for life. A dog lives a long time. It's not just a one moment thing. And one should strongly consider getting them something else, like dog themed pajamas or even a volunteer day at the shelter to make a day out of it. We want these dogs to have forever homes, not just a briefly holiday home. Others may argue that dogs make great Christmas gifts because you can give them a home for the holidays, and then on Christmas Day you wake up with a nice dog underneath the Christmas tree. But we want them to have forever homes. We don't want them to get returned. We don't want them to come back to the shelter they were in the first place because it gives them more abandonment issues. And eventually they're going to have detachment issues when they find their own forever homes, or they're going to stay in the shelter longer than they should be. It's inhumane to be doing this to these animals, and they deserve better. They deserve better from us. So, however, if the dog gets returned or let go after the holidays, it was all for nothing. The owners will, of course, recover shortly after, but the dog will be left with severe abandonment and emotional scarring issues. Owners who can't financially afford a dog shouldn't have a dog. Dogs require financial and emotional obligation from the owner. Dogs' owners need to be financial and emotionally stable. So therefore, dog owners who aren't financially or emotionally stable, responsible to have a dog, should not have a dog. In conclusion, dogs are great lifelong companions. I love my dogs, and they deserve forever homes, but they deserve better to be treated like materialistic Christmas gifts. They deserve to be treated with love, respect, and a Christmas gift is a material thing that you put in a box, or sometimes it's even an action. You can't really put a bow on a dog and then call it a Christmas present and then end up taking it back to the shelter. So, of course, if you are considering gifting a dog this year for Christmas, please make sure the person who's going to be receiving the dog is responsible emotionally and financially and can give the dog the love and attention it needs. While it may seem thoughtful to gift a dog for Christmas, one must keep the best interest of the dog in mind. The dog can't fend for himself, it needs us to defend for him. Thank you and have a Merry Christmas, everybody.